Welcome to the Kids Kingdom. Please like, share and subscribe the channel. Press the bell icon.
"14-year-old Maya stood at the edge of the forest with her backpack tight on her shoulders. Her friends had dared her to stay 5 days and nights alone in the jungle, and she had accepted without fear. Now, as she looked at the tall dark trees, her heart beat faster. The forest seemed endless, and the air smelled of damp earth and secrets. "This is nothing," she whispered to herself, trying to sound brave. "I can do this." She took her first step inside. Day 1. The sun was still bright, and the forest looked calm. Birds sang above her, and little butterflies danced near the flowers. Maya found a clearing near a stream where she decided to camp. She set down her bag, took out some bread and water, and tried to smile. But as evening fell, the forest began to change. The cheerful chirps turned into deep croaks, howls, and strange whispers. The shadows grew longer, and Maya felt eyes watching her from the dark. When she tried to sleep on the ground, she heard twigs snapping nearby. She covered herself with her blanket, shaking, and whispered, "It's just the wind, just the wind." Day 2. Morning gave her courage again. She washed her face in the stream and decided to explore. She found fruit hanging from a tree and picked some carefully. But while she was climbing, she heard a low growl. Turning slowly, she saw a pair of yellow eyes staring at her from the bushes. It was a wild dog, its teeth sharp and dripping with saliva. Maya froze. She remembered what her father once told her: animals fear loud noises. So, with all her courage, she shouted, clapped her hands, and banged 2 stones together. The dog backed away slowly and then disappeared. Her legs shook, but she smiled weakly. One danger gone, many more to go. That night, the wind howled so loudly that the trees bent as if they were alive. Maya could not sleep, afraid something would crawl out of the shadows. Day 3. By the 3rd day, hunger made her weak. The bread was gone, and the fruit was not enough. She searched deeper into the forest, where the trees grew thicker. Suddenly, she heard laughter. Not human laughter, but high and hollow, echoing between the trees. Maya's skin turned cold. She spun around, but no one was there. The sound moved closer, then vanished. That night, she built a small fire with the matches she had brought. The flames gave her comfort. But as she sat there, she saw shapes moving just outside the circle of light, dark, tall, and thin, swaying like shadows with no bodies. She shut her eyes tight and prayed, "Please let me see the morning." Day 4. Her body was tired, but her spirit was strong. She whispered to herself, "Only 2 more days." While walking, she slipped on a wet rock and cut her knee. Blood trickled down, and she felt dizzy. She tore a piece of her shirt and tied it around the wound. Every step after that hurt, but she did not give up. That night was the worst. The firewood was wet, so she could not make a fire. Darkness swallowed her, and the forest came alive with dreadful sounds, screeches, heavy footsteps, wings flapping above her. She thought she saw a figure standing far away, staring at her. It had no face. She closed her eyes and whispered, "I will not scream. I will not cry." But her tears fell silently. Day 5. When the 5th morning arrived, Maya's body ached, but her heart jumped with joy. She had made it so far. She decided to walk back toward the edge of the forest. But the forest was not done with her yet. The sky grew dark with storm clouds, and rain poured down, turning the ground into mud. She slipped again and again but kept moving. Then, in the middle of the storm, she heard that hollow laughter again, closer than before. Trees shook as if something huge was running between them. Maya gathered every bit of courage left in her and ran, her legs burning, her chest tight. Finally, through the rain and fog, she saw the faint outline of the village lights. Her friends and family were waiting at the forest's edge. She burst out of the trees, drenched and trembling, her face pale but her eyes shining. You did it, her friends shouted. Maya smiled weakly. She had survived the 5 nights in the haunted forest. But deep inside, she knew something had followed her, something that still laughed in the dark.